Hey sis, I know you're looking at this text message, so can't you just respond to me? Why are you continuing to ignore all my text messages and phone calls?
That's because I have nothing to say to you.
Come on. Why are you holding a grudge?
Are you saying that you don't know why I'm upset? Even though you did something that horrible to me? You're actually trying to pretend like you don't have any idea about this?
Oh, are you referring to the fact that I stole your fiance? Well, I'm so sorry about that. But unfortunately, he is all mine now, so I can't give him back to you. As a matter of fact, we even promised to get married soon. So you can just give up because there is no way he's coming back to you.
Can you just stop fooling around with me? How can you be so annoying? You've gone all the way to destroy my happiness, so what kind of attitude is that?
Nope, you're getting this all wrong. Because I'm not the one who destroyed it. You're the one who lost your fiance, and it's completely your fault. You just got dumped because you're not attractive enough. So don't come blaming that on me, okay? Because that's just so miserable.
No, it's because you seduced my fiance deliberately. I've always wanted to say this to you, but you know that you've always been like that from the past. You just like stealing men from their girlfriends, right? It's like such a bad habit you never can seem to quit, isn't it? Well, I didn't think it would go this far, affecting your actual sister, but you're just so helpless, you know?
What? How can you say such a thing to your little sister? Don't take a foolish rumor seriously.
As your sister, I've heard so many bad rumors about you stealing people's boyfriends from quite a while ago. I've even directly received a complaint from a girl who got her boyfriend stolen by you just because I was your big sister.
Oh, really? It's such a surprise to know that now. Well, why didn't you tell me about that before? I guess you were in charge of handling my complaints on behalf of me, weren't you? Well, I appreciate you for doing that for me.
Oh, you are so annoying. Do you know how I felt hearing those rumors and handling those complaints about you as your sister?
But you can't just blame everything on me, you know? Because if people really do have complaints, they should have told me directly in my face and not you. But I guess it's easier for them to say it to you because you seem to be more timid than me. Oh, I guess all women are just so palliative about these things. Well, that's why they're all stupid enough to get their men easily stolen by others. So I guess they deserve that anyway.
Oh, so now you do admit that you did steal men from others?
Nope. Just ignore what I just said.
Nope. I guess the reason why they come telling me is because they all know that it's no use talking to you directly.
Yeah, that may be true, because I don't really care if they even start yelling at me. Actually, it makes me get more excited if they get angry and continue to yell at me like that.
What? I can't believe that. You're just so insane to think like that, you know? Why does being yelled at by people make you feel more excited? I really just don't get it.
They yell at me because they're all probably just stressed out about that, right? Which means that I have won over that girl. That actually makes me excited. So I guess this is all about winning over other girls knowing that I'm the most attractive of them all.
Oh, whatever. But that's just so pathetic, you know? And that means that it's completely useless for me to yell at you about this either, so I'm not going to.
You can try yelling at me all you want, you know, because that's just going to get me more excited.
Oh, just forget about that, because I definitely don't feel like entertaining you at all.
Well then, why don't you just quietly withdraw from this? And just watch us get happy together, feeling envious about our marriage.
Well, unfortunately, I won't feel that way about you two. But I've just got to ask you, just tell me, why did it have to be him? I know that you could have caught any other guys out there, right? Why was it necessary to steal your sister's fiance out of all the other guys out there?
Because, from my experience, there was no other high-status guy than your fiance, right? He's so handsome and is the son of a wealthy man, right? He was just the perfect guy for me, which I have been searching for. If you're going to get married, you should definitely choose a man from a distinguished family. And of course, the richer, the better. Because whatever happens, his family is a strong backup and will be able to support me.
Oh, so I get it now. I guess this was just all about money. And you went all the way to steal your sister's fiance just for money?
No matter what you or other people say, I do think that money is so important when it comes to marriage. I've always thought that I wanted to marry a rich man and live a better life since I was young. And that was just something I could never compromise about that condition. So I really appreciate you finding such a perfect husband for me, sis. Thanks to you, I've saved so much time and effort to have to search for my perfect future husband. I definitely wouldn't have met a guy like him if it weren't for you.
Just remember that I didn't find him for you. You just went ahead and stole him from me without my permission. But I guess I should blame myself that I didn't have the eye to judge that he was such a jerk to switch over to his fiance's little sister. I definitely don't need such a pathetic guy, so he's all yours. I'm so glad that I didn't have to marry him.
Well, he's already my guy, you know. So don't try to insult him, okay? Don't worry, because I'll definitely live a happy life with him for you, too.
Hey, Amy, I need to talk to you right now. What are you actually thinking? Why did you send me your wedding invitation?
Oh, so has the invitation already arrived? Because this is a big event for me that happens only once in a lifetime. So of course I want to be celebrated by my family. Because you're my sister and you're the one that helped us find each other. So I just want you to be there for me.
So you're actually saying that I have to see my little sister and my ex-fiancé get married with my own eyes? I just can't believe this. How can you continue to do things like this to me? After making me go through all of this, how far do you have to go to make me feel miserable? And I know that you're just enjoying this, watching me feel this way.
Hey sis, don't tell me that you're still having trouble getting over this. It's already been a month, so can't you just let it go and forget about it? You're the one who said that you don't care about him anymore. So you need to start accepting the reality because there's nothing you can do to stop our marriage now.
Well, it's actually only been a month. However long it takes, I will never forget my resentment towards you.
Wow, I didn't know that you were such a narrow-minded person. Oh well, I can now see why you get dumped by men too.
Do you seriously think that people who go on to destroy other people's happiness can become happy? I just know that you're definitely going to have to pay for this someday and that you're going to regret this. So you'd better be really careful of what you say and do from now on.
Huh? What's that? Is this what you call a loser's whining? Even if you say such a thing, unfortunately, that's not going to hurt me at all. So it's just useless to do that to me, you know.
No, I'm definitely not whining, but I guess you're right about being useless talking to you any further. Because even if you have been going through all of this from the past, nothing actually seems to hit you anyway. You're probably just critically missing something important as a human. That's why you can do such a horrible thing to me and other people as well.
But don't you think your ex-fiancé has also become happier now by switching over from you to me? Because I'm absolutely more beautiful than you, and good at getting around with people and the society, and I do believe I can work things out with his parents better than you. So I guess you should be happy for him to find a perfect wife like me.
What actually makes you think that you're so good at getting around? Don't you remember that you've been hated by so many people all throughout your life? I don't think that you're going to be able to change that fact, and that is definitely going to come back to you someday.
Women who are so attractive can help getting hated by other people, you know. So I guess I've gotten completely used to that and don't really care what those people think about me. Because humans are living creatures that envy people who are more happier than them. If you're so upset about having your fiancé stolen by me, why don't you go ahead and try to find a new guy? Finding a new guy is the best way to move on, you know. And actually, you might find a good guy if you attend our wedding.
Well, thanks for your offer, but I definitely don't need a boyfriend for a while.
Why don't you have him introduce you to one of his friends? He might actually have friends who are also rich, you know. So wouldn't that be just perfect for you?
No, I'm definitely not going to your wedding, so I guess you can just forget about that.
Really? Oh, come on. Well, there are 4 more months until the wedding ceremony, so why don't you take some time to think about all of this? Because you might even change your mind. Hi, Yulia. I just contacted you checking up to see how you've been doing lately. I haven't heard from you for quite a while, but are you quite busy with work?
Hey, Mom. I'm sorry I haven't sent you any text messages recently. You must have been worried about me. Actually, I've been a bit busy these days.
Well, I hope you're doing okay with everything.
Yeah, don't worry. Everything's going fine.
Really? But you've heard that Amy's getting married. Honestly, don't you have any thoughts towards that?
Why do you think so?
Well, it's just a mother's instinct. Actually, Amy brought her fiancé over to our house today. He was such a nice person, but I just thought that his characteristics seemed to be similar to your fiancé you told me about. So, just tell me that. This is just a coincidence that you and Amy's fiancé seem to be similar, right? I just have this strange feeling.
Oh, now I see why you contacted me and are asking me about this. Mom, I'm so surprised that you still remembered about what I said to you before.
Of course I still remember about what you said. So, you were still getting along with your fiancé, right?
Actually, I'm not. And what you said is not a coincidence, Mom. Your instincts are absolutely right about this. The fiance that Amy brought to you today is actually the guy I told you about and was going to have you meet someday. And we were actually planning to get married, but that just didn't happen as he met Amy. Isn't it so miserable to have my fiance actually get stolen by my little sister? I never imagined something like this happening to me, and honestly, I just don't know how to handle my feelings and overcome this tragedy now.
Oh, dear Yulia. No, that cannot be true. This must be a joke, right?
And, Mom, listen, to make things even worse, Amy just sent me her wedding invitation, and she asked me to attend her wedding.
What? Really?
I guess she just wanted to enjoy seeing me feel so miserable about this. I can't believe she can do such a thing to me. But I'm definitely not going to her wedding anyway. I'm so sorry, Mom, to talk to you about this when you should be happy for the family. I know this made you have complicated feelings about Amy's marriage and the relationship of the two of us now, but I just needed someone to talk about this.
Oh, Yulia, don't worry about me. I just don't know what to say. That must have been so tough for you.
Yeah, it was pretty tough for me as I couldn't even talk to you about this. But Mom, I remember you always saying this to us. Since we're the only two sisters in the world, that we should always try and get along with each other. I've tried doing so, like you said, but I don't think I can take this any longer, and I've reached my limits. Even though she's my sister, I don't think I can bear with Amy's selfishness anymore.
So it sounds like this is not the first time you're trying to put up with this. Did you experience something similar with Amy before?
Actually, this is the first time I had my boyfriend stolen, but she's stolen many things in the past. Like toys, clothes, and accessories, you know? Amy just loves stealing things from people since she was young, and many people are suffering from that. And it's definitely not the first time she's stolen other people's boyfriends.
Oh, really? That's just so terrible.
But I didn't think she would go so far as to actually steal my fiancé as well.
I can't believe this. How can she steal her sister's fiancé too? I'm so disappointed to know that she was that stupid.
Well, that's a big surprise. I can't believe you would say such things and get so upset because you're usually so kind and don't get emotional about things.
Of course I'm upset, and I can never forgive her for doing this to you. So it's going to be all right, don't worry, because I will definitely attend the wedding, and I'm going to put your sister through hell.
Wait, Mom, I can't believe it. What did you just say? Is this really you, Mom?
Of course it's me, and I'm not kidding about this. You absolutely can't just give in and let both of them do this to you. I'm going to support you through, so let's just destroy this wedding and make revenge.
Yeah, but are you really sure about this? Amy is actually your other daughter, you know, and she is going to get married.
Of course I'm serious about this. She can't be forgiven by trying to become happy by making someone else sacrifice for it. They absolutely need to compensate for what they have done to you. And I'm definitely not holding back, even if it's my actual daughter. Because as her mother, I must show her what's wrong is wrong. So let's just make this all clear for her that she deserves to be punished about this.
But what are you actually going to do to her? Even if you try approaching her straightforward, you know that it's going to be useless because it's never going to hit her. Because she's got a lot of nerve, you know? It just has to be something really shocking to her if we're going to make her regret this.
Yeah, of course I know. She's my daughter after all. How about this? Since I know she's so particular about the wedding, I suppose making her lose face and embarrassing her at the wedding in front of her guest would be the most effective.
Yeah, I definitely agree to that. The wedding is the best place for the revenge, since it seems that they've been putting a lot of money into the wedding ceremony. Hey, wait, I think I have a good idea. Mom, I'll figure out how to work this plan out on my end, so could you just pretend to be on Amy's side and be supportive to her?
Hey, Yulia. Just look at the sky today. It's such a beautiful sunny day. Isn't it the perfect weather for our wedding ceremony?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Hey, sis, are you really not coming to our wedding today? I really did wish all of our family could celebrate my wedding together.
No, I'm not going, but Mom is attending the wedding, right? So isn't that enough for you?
Well, yeah. I guess as long as Mom can come, I'm happy with that. But I really wish you had come with her too, because I really wanted to show you our wedding. And just to let you know, I actually did tell Mom about the past relationship between you and him, because I knew that you had been telling Mom about your fiancé before. So I just thought I shouldn't keep this as a secret from her, since I knew that she would eventually notice about these things anyway. Although I thought that she would get angry about this. Surprisingly, She didn't get upset at all and just accepted the fact.
Oh, really? Is that so?
So I guess it means Mom is actually on my side, right? Sis, you've even been abandoned by your own mom now. You poor thing. I just don't know what to say and feel so sorry for you. But you can't help it, and I guess you're just going to have to live with it. Because it's a fact that I'm more prettier than you. You should start admitting that and accept it. And I can't blame Mom for choosing the better daughter.
Well, I guess that's true. If I've been abandoned by my fiance and even by my own mom, I will have to feel so miserable.
Well, that's pretty strange that you're accepting the situation. But I'm glad that you finally are.
And you know what? I'm becoming even more miserable. I'm so glad I chose not to go to your wedding. Because your friends are all posting pictures of the wedding venue on social. It looks like you're having a really luxurious wedding ceremony.
Oh, so you've seen the photos already? Well, yeah, it is going to be quite a big ceremony. Since his family is so rich, we just put so much money into this wedding ceremony. And it seems that his family is going to pay for all of the wedding ceremony fees.
Really? They're paying for all of the costs? Wow, they are really rich, aren't they?
They're saying that this wedding ceremony is their wedding gift to us. I'm so glad to be able to marry such a rich guy. And I'm going to continue to live a rich life, so how lucky am I?
Well, if you have such a reliable sponsor like that, I guess you can put in all the money you want into the wedding ceremony. You can just go ahead and choose all the options you wish without being concerned about the costs.
I know! So knowing that, I included everything I wanted, putting all the money into this, and just made this to become my perfect wedding ceremony. So I really wanted to show this ceremony to you too.
Well, thanks, but as I said, I'm fine with not attending your wedding, because I'll just continue to pray that your wedding goes well from here at home.
Huh? Of course my wedding will be just perfect and everything will go well. There is absolutely no doubt about that, so what are you saying?
Oh, yeah, of course it will. Sorry to say such a strange thing at your best moment of life. Well, I wish you two happiness forever, and I do think you were meant to be together.
You suddenly seem like a good loser, and it's definitely scaring me. Did you perhaps go crazy or something? I'm so curious about what actually made you change your mind about this.
Oh, don't be silly, Amy. As your sister, I'm just simply trying to celebrate this happiest day for you. Because it really is a happy day for our family, too.
Hey, Yulia? Just tell me, what have you done? I know that you've been teaming up with Mom all this time to do this to me, haven't you?
Amy, what's going on? Did anything actually happen to you or the wedding? And aren't you supposed to be in the middle of the wedding reception right now? I don't think you should be sending a text to me at a time like this, you know.
Hey, don't try to play dumb with me now. You cooperated with Mom to destroy our wedding, didn't you? How could you do such a thing to me at my wedding? And what was that video?
Oh, so you finally saw the video? It's a surprise video that Mom prepared just for you, and I appeared on it too. You did see lots of other people in it too, right? And you do recognize all of them, right? Because remember, they are all the victims who had their boyfriends stolen by you.
I can't believe you showed such a video at my wedding.
I guess everyone now knows what kind of a person you really are.
The whole wedding went into a panic because of that, you know. And thanks to you, the wedding had to be canceled in the middle of the reception.
What? You didn't have to cancel it. Why don't you just continue the wedding? Since you've got such a nerve to steal others' boyfriends, I would think you wouldn't mind continuing your wedding even in a situation like that.
Do you know that his parents just got furious seeing this? Rich people just hate being insulted about their reputation, you know. And you know our boss from our companies were attending the wedding too. I just don't know what will happen to my career either. I can't believe both you and Mom can do such a horrible thing to me on the happiest day of my life. How are you going to take this responsibility?
As I do know this was a horrible thing to do, I had to go this far to make you regret about everything you've done to me. I knew that it would be just useless to blame you straightforward, so I had no choice but to humiliate you in front of your guests at your wedding. So, what are you actually going to do now about your wedding and marriage under this condition? Do you really think that his parents will let you get married to him after going through all of this?
Well, that's what I'm trying to persuade them now.
What? Persuade them? Well, that's going to be totally meaningless. Because it seems that Mom has already discussed directly with his parents about your marriage. I just got a text message from her now that she's settled this matter with them.
So, that was what she was doing at my wedding. I was wondering where she went because I couldn't find her anywhere, but I guess she was seeing his parents.
I feel so sorry that the matter is getting even worse for you, but in addition, I have more bad news I need to tell you. Unfortunately, it seems that his parents are not going to pay for the wedding fee at all, knowing all about this now.
What? No, that can't be true. Well, then who's going to pay for that?
I heard that you spent as much as $100,000 on this wedding. That is just so surprising. But unfortunately, you're the one who's going to have to pay back this expensive wedding fee on your own now.
You just went ahead and destroyed my wedding, and now you're saying that I have to pay for all of this by myself? That's so insane, and that's just not fair. You know that I don't have that kind of money, and it's impossible for me to pay for all of this.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just remembered. I've noticed that you've always been spending money wastefully and had some debt. Don't tell me you still haven't paid that off and still have some debt left. In addition to that, if the expensive wedding fee invoice comes, then I guess you're just going to be hopeless.
Oh, this is all such a barefaced lie. I know that you planned all of this knowing that I was tight financially and still had debts, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I did.
And isn't Mom so horrible to team up with you? I can't believe she is a mother that can destroy her daughter's happiest wedding.
Hey, don't get this wrong. Because remember, you're the one who started this first, destroying my happiness. It seems that you completely misunderstood Mom was on your side, but that's totally wrong. Because when I told her about what you did to me, she was more angry about this than me. I've never seen her so furious in my whole life, and it seems that she just couldn't forgive you.
It's even the first time for me, too. I've never seen Mom look at me with such cold eyes.
And for your information, unfortunately, Mom has decided to cut off the relationship with you, and so am I. So you're going to have to handle this all by yourself.
Hey, wait! You need to help me pay back the money because this is all your fault.
Huh? Why do I have to pay for it?
This is going to ruin my whole life. There will probably be bad rumors about me as everyone has seen this video, and there will be no one who I can rely on. I just don't know what to do.
Well, I'm sorry, but I refuse. Because I'm not going to have any relationships with you anymore, so don't even try relying on me. And I can't believe you still have the nerve to ask me to help you out after going through all of this.
Please, Yulia, you've got to help me out.
Like I said, I am definitely not going to help you out, so you should just give up on that. So why don't you have your rich husband help you pay for all the wedding fees? Because since he's also rich, that should be no problem for him, right?
Unfortunately, that's probably not possible for him, because it's his family that is rich, and he actually doesn't have that much money by himself. And what makes the situation worse is that his parents are also trying to cut off their relationship with him too, because it seems that his mother didn't like the fact that he was cheating with me while he was dating you.
Oh, is that so? Isn't that such a pity for him too? Well, that's a relief to know that his rich parents at least have a proper sense of understanding. So why don't you two just get doomed and live a happy life together? Because you did get married and exchanged wedding vows to love and cherish each other in sickness and in health, to have and to hold from this day forward. Right? After that, it seems that my little sister's wedding had been canceled after all. Amy and her fiance eventually broke off the marriage, arguing against each other with such a helpless matter of which one is to blame for this incident. It seems my sister and her fiance settled to pay each half of the wedding fee. And of course, there will be no financial help or support from their rich parents for the canceled wedding fee. To make matters worse, my sister's fiance had eventually lost trust from his boss as well, and had to give up his promotions for a successful career. And as Amy had such a big amount of debt to pay off, she also started taking an additional job to work during the night as well. The incident at the wedding had spread across to be known as a really humiliating story for Amy, and unfortunately she had to give up on all of her past relationships she had built with people around her. However, as she needed to continue to pay off her debt, she couldn't simply quit her main job because of that. So even though she continued to feel humiliated at her workplace, she had no choice but to bear with it and keep working at the same company even under that situation. And now, Amy and her fiancé have both been cut off by their relationship with their parents, as they can't ask for further support from either of their families because they're completely on their own now trying to pay off their debts. As I moved back into my parents' house, I'm currently living together with my mother now, although my mother tries to cheer me up, saying that I will probably be able to fall in love again with someone. I'm still trying to gradually recover from my hurt feelings, so I really don't feel like going into a serious relationship for a while after going through all of this, being betrayed by my actual little sister and ex-fiancé. It's not like I'm giving up on the marriage, but I just want to be more careful about choosing my partner and my future waiting ahead. Because I know that getting married to a perfect husband and living a happy life is going to be the best revenge towards my sister. Thank you for watching Peep Talk videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to leave any comments. Please visit us again to check out the next video.
Cathy, are you at home right now?
Wait, are you already at the house, Jeremy?
Yeah, I just got here a little bit ago. Did you go out or anything tonight?
I'm sorry. When I heard that you'd be having a few drinks with your coworkers, I took that as a chance for me to head back to my parents' house to have dinner.
Is that right? Well, you should have told me that a lot sooner. When I came home to you not being home, I was very worried about what might have happened to you.
Sorry about that. I'll start heading back home right now.
Do you want me to come out and get you with my car? I was actually the designated driver tonight, so I didn't really have anything to drink at all when I was at the bar.
Don't worry about it. You still had work today and have to be tired from that, right? Too tired to be driving all the way out to here when it's already dark out. My little sister said she'll take me back to the house in her car, so I'll be all right.
Is that right? Well, as long as you're coming home with someone, I feel better.
After a little bit more time, I'll be heading back to the house with her. You go ahead and just relax while waiting for me to get home.
Sounds good. Hey, on the kitchen table, there's a pamphlet from Jake's company. Did he come over to the house earlier today?
Actually, yes, he did. He said he had to go out for a meeting anyway and wanted to stop by our house. So he stopped by for a bit around lunch and had coffee and some cookies with me.
Is that right? I'm sorry about him. He's always coming over to our place without telling anyone first, and I'm sure that's driving you crazy, right?
Not at all, actually. I don't see a problem with him. I was just a little surprised this time, though. The doorbell rang, and when I went over to have a peep at who it was, I thought he was you because you both look so similar.
Well, him and I are identical twins, so it makes sense that that would happen. But are you really still getting the two of us mixed up that much?
At the time, it was just his face that I saw, so don't get too worked up over it. You both have a lot about yourselves that are different now, so I can tell the difference easily. But man, was I shocked when I thought you had come home from work that early today.
Well, I'm sure you were. Honestly, it would be pretty scary if him and I still looked perfectly the same and he was trying to act as though he were me all the time.
Of course, he'd never do something like that. No matter how close the two of you resemble one another, your character is still quite different.
I really hope that's so. However, I don't really like that he's coming over to the house all the time when I'm not around, even if he is my brother.
What? Why do you say that?
Well, you've seen him before, right? He's an absolute train wreck when it comes to how he has relations with women. Not that I don't trust him at all, but you being a very kind woman makes you easy for him.
Could you stop saying things like that about us, please? No matter how much you might think that could happen, it won't. If anything, you worrying about something like that right now is a bit sickening.
Well, with him having the same face as me, I'm a bit worried about what he could do.
Then, let's say I was the same as you both, and had an identical twin and all. Would that mean you'd be interested in my twin sister as well?
I would never have any feelings like that for your sister.
You sure wouldn't, would you? So then you need to stop having those thoughts about me with Jake.
That's a good point. I'm sorry about what I was saying then.
When you say things like that, you start to make me feel a little upset, you know? Since you apologize for that almost immediately, I'll forgive you this time. But please, don't ever say things like that about me again.
All right, I'm really sorry.
I should be home in 20 minutes or so. While you're waiting for me, could you start filling the bath and put my favorite bath bomb in there?
Will do. You have a safe trip home now with your little sister. Cathy, where are you right now?
What? I'm at home right now.
No, you're not.
Huh? What are you going on about, Jeremy? I just told you that I'm home, which means that I'm at home.
Are you sure you weren't just at the dollar store doing some shopping a second ago?
Not at all. I'm serious. What are you talking about right now?
Well, someone just told me they saw you there at the dollar store in town. They told me that my wife's shopping for quite a few things right now.
Are you sure that they weren't just seeing someone who looked a little bit like me?
I really don't think that's the case with them. It's someone that was even at our wedding and saw us all day there.
Yeah, just the wedding though, right? Which means that they would have only seen me in my wedding dress and with a bunch of makeup on and my hair done up. So I'm not too sure they really know what I look like on the average day.
Are you really at home right now, Cathy?
I've been telling you that I'm in our house right now. You're really getting on my nerves now, all right?
Then could you video call me really quick and show me what room you're in? If you're at home, that shouldn't be a problem at all for you, right?
Huh? How much are you going to doubt what I'm saying right now? It's really starting to piss me off. Because this is something that you should never be talking to your wife about.
So what you're saying is you can't video call.
It's not that I can't call you by video right now, but that I don't want to. Have you always had such little trust in your own wife like this?
This has nothing to do with me trusting you or not. This has to do with the fact that someone saw you at the dollar store and that you're lying to me right now. You were at the dollar store with Jake shopping, right? What's the need for you to hide something like that from me?
Hello? Could you please stop just assuming things about your brother and I right now? Jeremy, recently you've been really strange about a lot of things, right? Whenever I'd go over to my parents' house, you would always ask me over and over again what time I'd be home at. You're starting to scare me a little. What the hell has gotten into you?
Am I not enough for you?
What the hell are you even talking about?
I've known about all of this, Cathy. About the two of you and the relationship that you've both shared.
Are you trying to tell me right now that you think your little brother Jake and your wife have been having an affair? I'm so done with you. I told you already before this to stop thinking something like that would ever happen between us, right? You are really making yourself look awful right now.
Are you really sure that it's me who's making themselves look awful? If anything, it's you who's making the both of you look just terrible right now. The reason I'm bringing all of this up with you now is because I have evidence.
What kind of evidence is that? Don't tell me that the evidence you have is whatever that one person was saying about someone they thought was me. Let me just say, something like that won't pass as evidence anywhere, Jeremy.
That's not what I'm talking about. I had someone investigate you to see if you've been having an affair.
What?
And that's why I want you to start taking things a bit more seriously now and tell me the truth.
So that's what you've done? Well, you should have told me all of that from the start, and we wouldn't have had to waste all of that time just then. The fact that you're trying this whole time to get me to confess is really disturbing. And being all stubborn with your questions like that?
I just wanted to hear the truth coming out of your own mouth was all.
Well, you already went and looked into it all yourself, so who cares what I say now? It's because of that right there that you've been cheated on by your own wife now. You really are the complete opposite of Jake now, aren't you? You happen to get all of the bad communication skills while he got everything good. Now, if you're really wanting to hear the truth from me about this, I actually wanted to go out with Jake before I met you. Then I would have been able to marry him from the start and would have never had to put up with you anyway.
I see.
So, this is a divorce now, right? Jake has already told me that he'll be taking care of my settlement for me. Unlike you, he actually has money since he went and started up his own company and everything.
Understood.
And don't start becoming all desperate just because you've been abandoned by me now for your brother, okay? After all, in a divorce, it's not always the case that only one person was in the wrong. The reason I had to have an affair was because of how you are as a person.
I understand that.
Tonight, I'll be coming home with Jake, and we will be coming to see you. Make sure to sign the divorce papers I'll be bringing. Now, with all of that having been said, thank you for everything.
Are you alright? Yesterday, I didn't hear anything from you at all, so I wanted to check up on you and see if you're still living. I'm thinking about coming out to your place later tonight to make you dinner and such. You are still off work and everything for the week, right?
Hey, sorry, Mom, for not being able to get back with you last night. I have work off until tomorrow, and then I'll be going back in to do the same old, same old. But until then, I have to get to work on moving all of my things out of here. And in terms of food, I still have some left over in the fridge, so you don't have to come here and make me anything.
What? You still have food left over there? I only left you enough food for yesterday, so how come you have enough for tonight as well? Don't tell me that you're still not eating anything.
I made sure to eat a little bit, but having just gotten divorced from the woman I'd loved for so long, I'm not really in the mood to eat.
I understand that, but it's been a whole week now, and you haven't really eaten a thing. If you are going through all of that stress, yet not eating barely anything, right now is the best time to be eating, Jeremy.
I just can't right now. Having to think about how my own wife had an affair with my twin brother like that. I just can't believe what all happened there, and I still feel as though it should be impossible. I really can't get past what happened then.
Why are you even saying all of that? What happened was the best, and I really do mean the best outcome for you.
Huh? How was any of that the best outcome for me? Tell me, what about all of this is so good to you?
I really hate saying this about one of my sons and your ex-wife, but those two being together is like mashing two useless people together, right? Remember, they are both the ones that cut ties to you now. To me, that is a really great deal, and you should not let it go to waste.
I'm sure to you that might be the case, but if this was the way things would turn out for me and the way I'd be feeling after it all, I think I was best off never getting married in the first place. And it was all because I was no good for Cathy that she had to go cheat on me.
I really do understand how painful all of this has been for you. But nobody besides Cathy ever said anything about you being the problem in that marriage. Now, you need to stop blaming yourself for this outcome and open your eyes a bit more.
But I'm nothing as a man now. I've lost everything to my little brother and have nothing to show for it anymore. We may share the same face and body, but his education and his work experience are both above my own. And when it comes to how much he's making now, it's at least 10 times the amount I pull in. And now he was even able to steal my own wife from me and is marrying her now.
Jeremy, the one thing that you have that Jake will never, ever be able to beat you at is that serious yet kind attitude of yours.
But everyone can be like that, not just me.
You are fine, Jeremy. When it comes to those who take things the most seriously, they end up winning in the end. You happen to have a lot of people around you that you've helped throughout your life, and they respect you a lot for that. Can't you see that by the way all of your coworkers and friends have jumped in to help you move out of that house? And people like myself are making all of that really good food for you, right?
Well?
In the end, people will always favor you more than your brother, okay? In life, the most important thing one can have is other people around them. Sure, money and talent are things that help make life easier for one. But when they get into trouble and there's not a soul around that can help them, then they are really out of luck.
I understand that things like friends are a really important thing, but when it comes to Jake, he's a really popular kid, right? He runs his own company, and he's like the grand prize man when it comes to the way women all look at him. That's what Cathy made it sound like to me.
You really don't get it now, do you? Compared to you, those two are nothing but absolute failures. I'm sure in no time, those two are going to screw up big time and will disappear from the face of this earth.
How could you ever say something like that?
Perhaps it has to do with how long I've been on this planet and how much stuff I've seen out of people. Anyway, for the time being, please let those around you who respect and care for you so much be the ones to support you while you get over the divorce. And please, start taking it easy a little and eating some really healthy foods. You are fine. After all, you are not the one who is alone in all of this.
Jeremy, do you have a second to spare?
What's up? If this is about all the paperwork for the divorce and such, I've already finished it all. I also made sure to take you off the company health insurance and all of that. And I handed in all of the paperwork for the divorce as well, so that it could all be processed and we'd be no more by today.
Hold on a second. I just started thinking that maybe I really do want to go back and be by your side again.
Excuse me? What the hell are you going on about? You and I are divorced now, and there's nothing you can do about that anymore.
I understand that, Jeremy. But look, I've really realized something while being with Jake. The one who really understood me all that time was you.
Even after all that time you'd been having that affair with my brother behind my back? Does that mean right now is the moment you're finally going to have a change of heart or something?
I think that the feelings I had for him before weren't all that real. I feel that I'm no longer in love with the man he was before, and...
Even though you were so happy to finally be divorcing me for someone who has a lot more money. When you were leaving my house that night after dropping off the papers with him, you told me all the things you hated about me, right? Telling me that I wasn't fun to talk to, and that I was a failure of a man, and that you'd hated my lack of good appearance. My choice of clothing was uncool as well, right?
I'm sorry, but at that time, I might have said too much. But at the time you found out that I had been having that affair, I wasn't in a good state of mind. I tried to act all tough about it, I think. I never actually wanted for you and I to get this divorce from one another. After I had brought it up, I had no choice but to act as though I wanted it. And out of carelessness, I went with Jake back to his place.
All of that really doesn't matter to me anymore. The fact that you went and had that affair with my brother and then asked for the divorce will never change.
Would it be wrong for me to come back to you?
What makes you think you can even ask for something like that right now?
Because I never said that I hated you, Jeremy. Sure, there was a time where I was really into the man Jake was and all, but the man I've always loved has been you.
In other words, you were fine with us both just continuing our marriage as long as the fact that you were cheating on me with my little brother was never found out.
That's not what I'm saying here. I thought that one day I would have to get rid of Jake and only be with you again. Also, with the help of this divorce, I've finally come around to seeing just how bad of a person I've really been, and can understand why you wanted me gone. I really hurt you a lot, didn't I? I am so sorry for all of that.
There's no need for your apologies anymore. I understand how you've felt, Cathy.
Then, you're going to give me another chance?
No, that's something which is impossible now. Unlike you, I'm no longer even thinking about you anymore, Cathy.
Is there not even a small chance that you and I can get back together? Before this divorce, you and I had been together with one another forever.
And it was you who went and destroyed all of that, right? Sure, I might not have been enough for you all those years, but if that was a problem for you, you should have left me before you went and stabbed me in the back like that. If anything, you should have told me about the things that made you unhappy, and then we both could have worked on fixing and or changing them, right? At this point in time, asking for us to get back together is something I won't even contemplate.
No way. I don't want to leave you, Jeremy. You told me that you'd be moving out of that house before, but you are still there, right? Can I come over to see you right now? I want to see you in person, Jeremy.
Wait, I just got a message from my mom.
You just got a text from your mom?
I see what's going on here now.
Wait, what did she say to you? Did you talk with your mom about how I want to get back together with you again and fix everything? I understand you not wanting to take me back in, but I promise you that after this, I will never, ever stab you in the back again. I don't care how much your mom might hate me for this. I will do my best to make her change her feelings about me someday.
Wait, is it true that my brother's company just went bankrupt?
What?
And that's why you're talking with me again now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mom is being texted by my brother at this moment about how he needs her to help him. Seems that little crap went and committed some kind of a scam or fraud. And so my mom said that he's crying to her right now because he's afraid that he's gonna be arrested and taken to jail.
I have no idea what all is going on with Jake and his company right now.
Well, that's odd because he told my mom that he tried to talk with you about what was going on, but the moment he said his company was done for, you ran off. So you really do only care about one thing, and that's money.
That's not true. Before he even came to me talking about his company, I was already getting ready to text you wanting you back. Jake just took me leaving the house the wrong way is all.
Thank you so much, Cathy.
You're thanking me? Why would you be thanking me at a time like this? Are you thanking me because I ended up choosing you over your little brother?
What would make you think that's the reason I'd be thanking you? I'm just thankful that you and everything around you is about to vanish from the face of the earth is all. Then I'll be able to forget about you completely, just like everyone else will.
Why the hell? What the hell would make you think that'll happen to me?
I was the one that just got cheated on by my twin brother. And not just that, but I was made fun of before my wife abandoned me for him. But it was all too sudden for me, and it took time for my heart to catch up with all that had just happened. For the past week, my mind keeps going back to you and all the fun memories you and I shared in the past. Yet now, here you are wanting me back, saying that you'd always loved me, right? Well, after hearing from my mom what the truth of all this is, that last bit of me that was remembering you is gone now.
This isn't about me jumping back over to you. I just finally came around to realizing it's always been you that I've loved.
Then your love for others is a really shallow and fragile thing, isn't it? Sorry to ask this, but could you stop talking to me for the rest of time? I'm finished with you and all of the things that ever had to do with you. I've also finished up all the paperwork for things like our shared properties and the settlements, which means that this is the last time you and I'll ever talk to one another.
I've already been disowned by my parents, though.
And that's just music to my ears. I mean, didn't you expect something like that was gonna happen to you? You went and jumped ship to go and marry my twin brother after all. To all of those with even a single ounce of ethical reasoning in their head, that's gross.
You and I shared a lot of the same friends, and they have all left me now over what had happened. I don't have anyone else to rely on for help now. So please, I just need to stay for a little bit. So could you please let me stay at your place?
Nah.
I'll do anything you ask me to, though. I'll make sure to find myself a job and everything so that I can get out of your hair as soon as possible.
Well, if you're offering to do anything, how about you going off yourself?
What?
I mean, you said it yourself that you'd do anything for me.
How can you?
If it's housing that's really the problem for you right now, find a cardboard box or something for a little while.
But it's going to take me forever to find a job that will take me, right?
Well, as long as you don't set your standards too high, then you should be able to find a job within a day or two, right? Or better yet, as a woman, there's the easiest job of all you can get.
Are you inferring that I get a job as a hooker?
I never said that.
I want to find myself a proper job that a self-respecting woman would have. So please, just a little bit is all I need. You and I aren't just some strangers, right? Just a little while ago, you and I were husband and wife.
But at this point in time, we're strangers and nothing more, which means there's not a single thing that I can or will do for you. Also, the place that I'm moving into is a studio apartment, so I'm not going to be letting anyone else move in with me.
I can sleep on the couch, though.
Well, why the hell would I want a stranger sleeping in my house? You're the one that left me after you abandoned me and ran off with my brother. If you want someone to rely on the man you left me for. How much of a selfish little bitch are you gonna be about all of this? I'm telling you right now, you keep that self-centered attitude of yours up for too much longer, and you're gonna get killed in this city.
I'm sure you've already heard this from your mom and all. But Jake was never really working for that good of a job. He would lie to all kinds of people and would take their money from them, which is why everyone is thinking he's going to be arrested really soon here.
Well, if you knew about that, then you're gonna be arrested as well.
I didn't know all the details of what he was doing, though. I just found out how it's all been illegal business the other day.
Anyway, what all happens to you and him doesn't mean anything to me at all. Just try your best, and I'm sure something will happen for you.
Please, Jeremy. I was in the wrong for all of this. I promise to never do anything so stupid ever again to you. I want to go back to the simple and relaxing life I had with you before all of this.
And that's all I ever wanted as well. The plan was for me to work on us the moment I found out you really had been cheating, so we could get that life we had together back. I was already trying to get you back before I came to you about your affair, by taking you out to the places that you wanted to go, and by not forcing you to do too many chores at home. But no matter how hard I was trying to win you back and make things right, it never seemed to be enough for someone like you.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I've given up on you now. Hearing that you were with my identical twin the whole time really was the end of it all for me.
Forgive me, please, Jeremy. I really am so sorry. I will never do anything like that to you again. I promise you that. I promise that I will never stab you in the back again.
If that's what you're promising me, then don't you ever talk to me again, please. When it comes to things like divorce, it isn't always a one side was in the wrong sort of thing. So even if we tried to get back together again, nothing would really ever change. Cathy, thank you so much for what you'd given me. Because you are such a toxic and self-centered bitch, this divorce hasn't been too bad for me. My brother was arrested by the police for his crimes, and his company was abandoned the very next day. And then my ex-wife went all over the city looking for those that could help her, but in the end, she wasn't able to find a single person. I heard a few days later that she started to stay at this brothel type of a place where they housed their workers for free. As for my little brother, he'll be going to prison for 10 years due to the severity of all his crimes. And when he's out of there, the family plan is to not care for him at all and hope that he rots away forever. As for myself, I've moved into a smaller apartment building closer to the outside of the city and have been taking things easily all by myself. There were times I would get a little bit down and not want to do anything at all, but one of my friends suggested that I get a pet, and so I went and adopted a cat from the shelter. Things have become a lot more fun now with my cat, and although I can't really see what my future will hold for me, I know for sure that with this cat I've started to love so much, it's gonna be a fun future. And then when I'm feeling 100% myself again, I'll make sure to go to all of those who supported me through this troubling time and thank them for being such close friends and family. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Caleb, right? It's been a very long time since I last spoke to you. Have you been doing all right for yourself?
I'm sorry, but who is it that I'm speaking to? It seems that I never got your name or anything since you're not showing up in my contacts.
It's me, Caleb. Haven.
What? Haven? Are you serious?
That's right. It's me, your lovely wife, Haven. I had a look and saw that your phone number was still in my phone, so I decided to give you a text. Seems you never did get around to changing your number, did you?
Well, what do you want with me now?
What do I want? I was just wondering how you've been doing these days, and decided to check up on you is all.
What do you mean you were wondering how I've been doing? Have you forgotten about all the things you've done in the past? For someone who left their husband and daughter behind to go run away, do you have any idea how tough the past 20 years have been for me raising our daughter all by myself?
And right now, I feel really bad for what I'd done back then. I'm so sorry about that. But there was never a day after that where I had forgotten about you or our daughter.
You have no right saying that to me. You were the one that left your daughter with me and only took your son as you ran away. Ever since you had that kid, you only ever showed him any love while you actively ignored your daughter. JC thinks you abandoned her to this day because of that, and you sure did.
Don't start saying that I abandoned her. And it wasn't like I didn't care at all about what happened to my daughter back then. But back then, I could only take along one of the children, not both of them.
In other words, you left her behind, abandoning her. And the same thing can be said for what you did to me. At that time, I had no clue why you guys left the house and why you were never coming back home to us. It was so hard for me to fathom that my face went white and I passed out. I was in so much shock after that that I had to go to a therapist to help me deal with it all.
Well, I had a lot of things going on myself then. But I am very aware that what I did to the two of you was very wrong of me. However, at that point in time, there was a few things going on that gave me no other choice but to run away in the end.
What the hell happened that forced you to do that to us? If it was something so drastic that you had to leave both your husband and daughter behind, then it must have been a very big deal, right?
It's a bit hard for me to explain right now. A lot of things piled up that kind of led to such an outcome.
I have no idea what it could have been that did such a thing to you. And do you think not explaining it to me is gonna get me to just accept what happened?
Anyway, I have been worried about the both of you since that day. So, how has JC been doing with you? It's been 20 years since the last time I saw her, so she has to be an adult by now, right? I wonder what kind of a woman she's grown up to become.
JC ended up finding a really good job a few years ago and is now working for that company. She's living on her own now and is a fantastic person. She's at the point now where she'll be making more than me come next year.
That's amazing! She really is a wonderful little girl. She really has turned into an exact copy of you, right? I feel so much better now hearing that she's become so successful. You must have done a really good job parenting her all by yourself for her to end up that way.
I had to get a lot of help from my parents with her, though. Anytime I had to go into work, I had to hand her off to my mom and dad to take care of.
I'm sure that was the case, but I think she turned out much better with you guys than she would have with me. Your family happens to all be rich, and I'm sure they took her out to eat all the time.
But I felt terrible leaving my daughter with them all the time when they had both been so successful that they retired early. They should have had the chance to spend their later years relaxing and traveling. But in order to make sure their granddaughter was always in good hands, they stuck around and cared for her.
I need to thank your mom and dad sometime then. I'd love to tell them thanks in person, actually.
You stop that right now. If you were to go to their place to meet with them right now, you'd be beaten to a pulp and thrown out. Both of my parents hate your guts even more than I do.
I see. I guess there was no helping being hated for what I did. I really am so sorry for all of it.
By this point, most of the people who knew you have forgotten all about you now, and I was doing my best to forget about you as well. I never thought that after 20 years you'd be getting back in touch with me about everything.
20 years is a very long time when you think about it. During the past 20 years, did you come across anyone else that you fell in love with?
I never had the time to make a new partner, and I didn't really care to think about something like that either after you. To me, the only thing that mattered was taking the best care I could of JC. And throughout most of the 20 years, I didn't even want to talk to other women.
I'm sure that's true. It was because of me that you became so distant from all other women. I'm sorry.
It sure was because of you. Thankfully, I was finally able to get over a lot of that after years and years of therapy. But now you're back here talking to me, so could you just shut up and leave me alone already? There's nothing left for me to say to you now, and I don't find it enjoyable that you're talking to me again. If you have nothing else to talk with me about, then stop texting me.
Do you have a moment to talk?
What is it now? I told you 2 weeks ago to never text me again, didn't I?
I'm sorry, but I have something I want to ask you. It's something that I can really only ask from you. So could you at least give me a second of your time to listen?
What is this about?
Currently, our son is going to university, right? But he's going to have to repeat a year now.
Huh? Jack has to repeat a year? What the hell happened there?
Ever since he became a university student, all his life has been about is fooling around. No matter how many times I talked with him, he never listened to me. And by the end of the year, he didn't have enough credits to move on. But I can't afford to pay for another year of his schooling. Do you think you can help me pay for another year?
You're asking me to? Why me?
Why you? Because Jack is your son, isn't he?
But for the past 20 years now, he hasn't said one single thing to me at all, right? He should have heard about my number from you and had the time to call me to talk. But when I asked you about that a while back, you told me that he had no interest in his father and sister that no longer lived around him, right? Him having to retake a year now is what happens when you don't listen to your parents and take things seriously, and asking me for help now is so freaking bold of you.
So, you're saying it's totally fine with you if he doesn't graduate from university? If JC was going through the same situation, you would help her out, wouldn't you? You can't just discriminate against your own son like that.
Well, the thing is, my daughter never had to take another year.
Sure, Jack may not be as serious as she is, but even still, he's your one and only son. You need to help him out here. As his father, it is your duty to make sure he can go to school and everything, right?
Are you really gonna say that now? For someone who left the house unannounced, taking your only son and leaving your daughter with me, you have no right saying jack about being a mother or a father. All right, if that's how you want to play these games, then what happened to the settlement and child support I should have gotten from ya, huh?
What the heck are you talking about with a settlement and child support?
Because of what you did to me, I had to go to therapy for years and years to get over the mental agony. And since you left JC with me, you never took care of her one bit, right? What I'm saying now is that I can finally take you to court over all of that and win a settlement from ya.
Stop that, please! If you end up doing that to me, then it won't just be another year of college I can't pay for, but his entire schooling in general. I won't even be able to support myself anymore.
If you don't want me to do that, then you shut your damn mouth about getting any money out of me. You really are pissing me off with that selfish BS right now. You come out of nowhere after 20 years to talk with me again, and of course it's just about money.
I get it already! I won't talk to you anymore now. You really are such a cold man. It's because you are like that my only
You here? For what purpose did you come all the way out here for?
How dare you kick me out like that, you bastard! It's because all of you guys are here that I decided to come all the way out to this funeral.
Why the hell would you come to this funeral, though? This is the funeral for someone who's very important to me, not you. Now get the hell away from here.
But I'm already here. I heard about what happened, all right? Your father finally ended up kicking the can.
You knew about that and still had the nerve to come all the way out here? Who the hell told you about that?
I just heard about it from someone, and through them, they told me that your father had died. And that you will be the one getting all of his money, right? I know that I ran away from you years ago, but since you and I are still married, I get a part of that money, right?
What the frick? What the actual hell was that just slipped out of your mouth? What the hell does an asshole like you get again? Oh, that's right, they're gonna get a settlement for talking about money with me again.
I don't care about what happened in the past, all right? That has nothing to do with the money now you're getting in his will, right? And to this day, I am still your wife, which means that I have every right to get a portion of that money, okay?
Are you screwed in the head or something? You really expected me to let you stay married to me for 20 years after you ran away with my son and never said anything? You and I have been divorced for a long, long time now.
There's no way you and I are divorced. I never once signed any divorce papers or anything.
Well, the divorce happened and you are no longer my wife.
Does that mean you went and made a fake divorce paper up or forged my name onto it? You really are an asshole. Don't you know something like that is a crime?
Shut the hell up and get a goddamn grip! I would never forge something like that, and I made sure to get the divorce in the most civil way possible at the time.
Without even having my permission to do so? How the hell can you get a divorce without my say in the matter?
It was pretty easy, actually. In this state, if one of the married partners goes missing and is gone for 3 years, then a divorce can be initiated and finalized. Sure, I had to wait 3 years, but in the end, I was able to divorce you because you never said a word to me.
You're lying. Because of something like that, you divorced me? I never knew a system like that even existed.
Well, it does, and thank God for that. So now that you're aware of that, you and I are complete and total strangers.
Then give me whatever the hell Jack would be getting from your father. Even if you divorced me, the relationship you have as a father to your son doesn't go away, right? He still has a right to some of that money, right?
Are you kidding me? He's not my dad's child and was never written in the will. The only way that Jack would ever have access to any money is if something were to happen to me. And as for you, even if we didn't get a divorce, you still wouldn't even have a right to my dad's money. The only ones who have access to that money he left behind is myself and my mom.
What? Is that really true?
You really are such an airhead. The only thing that seems to make any sense in your head is money and not a damn thing else, huh? Or could it be that that's all you've ever been good for, taking people's money? What a frickin' disgrace.
Shut the hell up! It's not my fault that I didn't know anything about all of that.
Anyway, there isn't a single penny in my family that'll be going to either one of you, so get the hell away from us. And then, don't you ever come around us again.
Please, Caleb. Just a little bit is fine right now, so please, help me. I'll even go into debt to you if I have to, so please. I will give you whatever money I borrow from you back. If you don't give me something soon, then Jack's future is going to be lost.
I'm not gonna trust you. I know your kind of people, and the moment I give you any money at all, you're gonna disappear again and never give it back. I know every single thing you plan on doing because you are the scum of this earth, and nothing but that. All right, don't you even try leaving Jack here at the front of the church while we're having this funeral.
He's still sitting there at the front?
He's out in the rain all by himself, not moving an inch. Where the hell did you run off to, leaving your son here like that?
You're the one that told me to screw off, right?
But I never said for you to just leave him here all by himself.
I have a lot of things going on. I've really learned now that you aren't going to do a thing for me, so I'm out again looking for someone else who can. If I can't find someone to give me some money really soon, things are going to go to hell for me.
I know. None of that was ever about Jack needing any money for school. You're just having some real frickin' problems with your life is all.
What? Why the hell do you know about that?
A few years ago, actually, I'd learned about your whereabouts, and that's when I began to learn about how the two of you were doing.
Are you serious? Then you should know better than anyone else how much trouble I'm in right now. Help me the hell out!
This and that are two different things.
You really are so heartless. You're an insensitive monster for sure.
I'm pretty sure you're meant to say that into a mirror about yourself, leaving your own son in such a sorry state like that.
Huh? What the hell are you going on about now?
I just opened up the door and had a word with Jack. He started to knock on the door and said he had something he needed to tell me about. You not only lied to me, but you've been lying to your son as well, huh?
About what, Caleb?
The reason that Jack has to take another year isn't because he's been playing around all the time. The one who's been playing around has been you, going out to spend all the money you never had, making up all this debt that you'll never pay off. And then you started to dig into the money that Jack had saved up for school, including his scholarship money. He told me he's had to start working now instead of going to class because he needs to make even more money now, and that's why he's doing so poorly there. The one who's destroying their son's future isn't me, but you, Haven.
You're wrong about that. Now Jack is trying to blame all of this on me. That kid is going through his rebellious phase right now.
Jax told me about how you explained what happened 20 years ago as me having kicked the both of you out of the house in favor of JC. And that's why you kept him from ever talking to me about anything, right? He told me that he couldn't text me either because he didn't want to ask the man who threw him out for help. I don't blame him now for never talking to me and feel horrible for the kid.
You have it all wrong.
In the end, it wasn't only myself and our daughter who you went and hurt, but your own son as well. I assumed since you went and took only him when you ran away that you'd at least be taking great care of him for me. I feel bad for him now, so from here on out, I'll be the one taking care of him.
What? Does that mean you're going to be paying for his schooling as well?
Sure, I'll pay for that, and I'll even start paying for him to have food and everything as well. Until he's gone and found himself a proper job and is supporting himself, I'll be giving him money.
Thank God. I knew that you were always a really good father. Thank you so much.
But when it comes to you and all that debt, I don't give a damn about it. I'm not taking on a third child, and will kick you onto the streets if you dare try and come back here now.
What? But you're going to be supporting Jack financially, right?
Yeah, because from here on out, he's going to be staying with me back at my place. My house is close enough to his university that he'll be able to go there every day from my place, and that's the reason you won't be getting Jack out of me now.
Huh? So you're just going to steal my son from me now?
He's old enough now to know that he doesn't need you anymore and isn't even legally bound to you either. He wants to be with me because he knows that he has infinitely better chances in my house. So I'm gonna take him in now and show him the love and support I wish I could have been showing him these past 20 years. You have no right telling him what to do now, so back the hell off.
But the one that has raised them up until this point was me.
Shut the hell up, please. All you ever did was cause your poor son pain and suffering.
I will not allow the three of you to have good lives without me being a part of it. If you're going to allow my son to go and live with you, then you allow me to live there as well.
Like you'd said, even in divorce, it doesn't end the relationship I have with my son, which is why I'm fine with taking him in now, but not some stranger. I have no reason to be letting you come live with me again, not after all you've done to us.
No matter what the hell you tell me, I'm going to be going to your place and living there with you and Jack. Even if I have to force my way into that house of yours, I'll be living there with you too. Hey, you can hear my voice right now, can't you? You let me into your house right now!
Stop making such a goddamn scene in front of my house! You're gonna piss off all my neighbors soon! Now get the hell off my lawn, you pile of shit!
No way! Until you let me into your house, I'm going to keep banging on the door and yelling at the top of my lungs! Jack is already in there living with you, right? Let me live with the both of you as well!
If you don't screw off right now, you're gonna regret it. I'm not playing nice with you anymore, and will take every measure I can legally against you.
Are you a freaking idiot? What the hell do you think you can do to me?
Remember, I am legally carrying and can defend my home from threats like you. All I have to do is load this gun and it'll be all over for you, right?
What?
I was able to get my first handgun last year after taking a home defense and weapons safety course. I did so in case people like you ever came around and wanted to hurt my daughter or I. You and I are long divorced now, so there's nothing wrong with defending my house from a stranger. And if that's not even enough to scare you off, then go ahead and carry on. I've already got 911 dialed into my phone and I'm ready to make that call as well. It's not gonna be for an ambulance, though.
Stop saying that! If you were to shoot me right now, there would be no way for me to pay the medical fees off.
Well, then it's best that you get off my porch right now and get the hell away from me. And how come you don't have any insurance right now either? Can't pay it off with the debt you're in with those illegal loaners? Good luck running from them when they catch your scent next.
I had no other choice but to borrow from them. I tried going to other banks and places, but none of them would allow me to get a loan anymore. And when I finally found those guys, I didn't realize just how serious they all were. At first, they treated me so well and were very kind to me. But over time, the interest kept getting higher and higher, and I wasn't able to pay that all off either. And by that point, I realized that I was stuck and had to make a run for it. I couldn't pay for things like insurance anymore, for myself or for Jack, and now I'm stuck.
And that's what you deserve, too. I'm gonna make sure to fill out all the paperwork I can to ensure that someone like JC and Jack won't have to deal with any of your debt in the future in case you die off before paying. Once all that paperwork is done, they won't even be considered your children anymore.
Are you really going to abandon me like this? You hold it right there. Does even Jack want to abandon me now? He should want to stay my son forever. He should feel that he owes me something for having raised him all by myself. He should be working right now to help save and support me.
How shameless of a bitch are you? Jack tells me that the whole time he'd been under your care, there were rarely any times where he felt safe and happy with you. He tells me you'd always leave him at the house all by himself and go out to find different men who'd pay you for a good time. And I'm pretty sure now that the reason you ran away from JC and I in the past was for another man, right? You really are the most useless mother ever, Haven.
But I was the one that allowed him to eat, right? Who the hell was the one that allowed him to grow as big and strong as he is now? You never did a damn thing for him. You really are the most boring man ever who will never have any other chance with a woman again. Sorry that I happened to be sexy and fun and was able to make all kinds of men who were willing to please me better than you.
God damn it, just shut the hell up already. I'm calling the police.
Wait! I won't say anything else, okay? I'll calm down now and talk to you. So please, help me out of all of this, please.
Too late. Already called the police and loaded my gun. As a father of two very precious kids, I might have to do what I'd been prepared to do tonight in order to defend them. Now, if you don't want this door opened in your face and a bullet to the head, turn around and screw off now. Do the exact same thing you did 20 years ago by shutting up and running away. My ex-wife ran off the front porch, and my son and I never had to see her again. But before the police could find her and take her into their custody, those loners found her and kidnapped her after shoving her into the back of their black van and driving off into the night, as some spectators of the event said. She began to call my son and I over and over again asking for help, only to have her phone broken by one of the men, and that was the end of it. Just to be on the safe side, though, I told my son to go ahead and block her number, just like I was doing to it. And just to make sure we never had to get wrapped up in her crap anymore, I had both my kids change their numbers, as well as my own number. Since then, I'm not sure if my ex is doing all right or not, or if she's even alive anymore. But let me just remind everyone, I don't care at all what's happened to her. To me, the only people that really matter now are my two kids who've been reunited. After having lived together with my son for a few weeks now, I realized he knows how to take care of himself really well and is a good young man. And when it comes to him finally being with his sister again, the two of them got to talking right away and have grown close to one another, leaving me feeling relieved. I guess I shouldn't have doubted the love of a brother and sister. Right now, we're planning to go on a family vacation to somewhere really soon. From now on, I'd like to take all the time back that I'd lost, enjoying time with the both of my kids together as one whole family. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.